These are things I've write down on my notepad because I suddenly remembered while I was doing Facebook or Instagram. I'm sure many of you here also have such concerns. For example, if you're interested in someone, you don't know who the other person is with just the messenger chat. Furthermore, you wanna know more about him or her. So I prepared a way to understand better who the other person is through SNS account. If you wanna make friends or lovers through SNS, please watch this video till the end. But if you don't like SNS because of your privacy exposure, you don't need to watch this video. How are you, brothers? I can hardly find anyone who doesn't use SNS on these days. Some people say that SNS is just waste of life. Anyway, it is hard to leave out SNS for relationship. Most of my other videos talk about the beginning of relationship, but this video is about getting a feeling for the other person before you begin relationship. This is not for everyone, so just think of it as a possibility. But I'm sure that makes sense. I mentioned about this on the premise that you guys already use SNS like Facebook or Instagram. If you connect the other person's SNS account, once your other person's feed down slowly, you can see the overall feeling of the feed. The first type of SNS users, they prefer selfies when they take a picture. With this one, most people of this type prefer a fixed space to take a picture. In their own room like this or bathroom, they take a picture of various faces and then upload them. They are kind of the stay-at-home type. This type, which is probably well known to most foreigners, is called hikikomori in Japanese. They don't prefer to move outside. They just wanna get attention in the internet, so they post their pictures regularly. You know, when you have relationship with people of this style, it is hard to have the deep relationship, but they won't upset you. Some of these types are too immersed in their own world. They are called otaku in Japanese. If you have relationship with people who have this tendency, you might lose yourself and become more tired. But if you think your hobbies are similar with this type, it would be nice to have a relationship. The second type of SNS users are, they usually upload photos taken by others. They don't prefer selfies. If I listen to people like this, they say they don't prefer using selfies because it is hard to pose like this. In Korea, you can see this kind of people in cafe. These people usually have a common feature of a wide range of interpersonal relationships. There are several different types here again. This is my personal opinion. It's been only a short time since they broke up with their ex-girl or boyfriend, so they haven't deleted all those pictures yet. They are just leaving them yet. And in another cases, people like Instagrammers and bloggers, if you look at their feed, you can find a lot of pictures of food and scenery. They have to meet a lot of people and then take various pictures. For example, in Korea, people tend to prefer Instagram to search good restaurant or free travel destination. Like these influencers often have strong relationships with restaurant owners or travel agency. These people collaborate when they take a picture and then they make a broad interpersonal relationship. If you get to date these people through SNS, you might feel a little bit upset. Maybe the feeling of friendship is stronger than love. If you make a date in some day, it is highly likely that the other person will answer like this: I'm supposed to meet another friend or business partner that day. Approximately, the type that makes it easier to have a relationship is, at least in my experience, it seems like people who prefer selfies. but the self-addiction type is harder than Instagrammers or bloggers. If you get to date with such a self-addiction, you might feel very tired whenever you are on a date because you waste so much time. In my case, I rarely do Instagram and usually do Facebook. I just use Instagram to search travel destinations and restaurants. Sometimes I look at someone's account based on the above features. I have a habit of figuring out who this person is. Does this person prefer taking selfies or taking pictures of others? Or is SNS one's professional job? If you meet people through SNS, do not tell that I met you after watching this video and analyzed your account. If you tell like that, oh, that's creepy. So this is a secret tips between us. If you're ready to search other people's character, I beg you to click like and subscribe and leave comments. See you guys next.